Hey, what are you doing in my house?
This is what we're having to deal with right now, and there's more of them.
Electromechanical signaling. We call this our dog whistle.
Pay attention to the water, not the skies.
Tiny little humans screaming for their lives.
Scientists gave Molly to 4 octopuses, and this is what happened.
Me too, man. Hit me, my turn! Oh.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Bryce is Right. I hope y'all had a great freaking weekend, and I hope y'all are ready to dive into this week, that Bryce is Right way, where we dive down deep into some of the creepiest and freakiest videos I could find in the deepest, darkest corners of TikTok. And nah, these aren't your ordinary videos. They're going to be blowing your mind, making your head spin, and having you question your reality. And of course, before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in, y'all. Let's get it.
So scientists have found 2.6 million mysterious eggs underneath a underwater volcano. Literally, this is what they look like. A whole bunch of eggs. They don't know where the eggs come from, but we know the animals that do lay eggs. And so a lot of people are assuming, because they're kind of big, they're not really small eggs. A lot of people are assuming that it is Leviathan. Right. That Leviathan has laid all these eggs, and there's going to be 2.6 million Leviathan that hatch from these eggs and take over the world. That's what a lot of people are thinking. If I'm being honest, I do think it's something pretty crazy. I want to know what animal is laying 2.6 million eggs. Is it Leviathan from the Bible? Or is it a dragon? Because I've seen a lot of people saying that it's probably a dragon. It's near a volcano and it's underwater. Could it be a Leviathan breathing, fire breathing dragon? I don't think any of those things are beyond the realm of possibilities, considering the fact that everything and anything has been happening, and it's kind of weird what our world has been seeing lately. But what are these 2.6 million eggs? What creature could be inside of those eggs? It does not make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of freaking eggs.
Okay. Have a good night. Alright, bye. Is it a million tiny little humans screaming for their lives?
Do you hear that? Kind of sounds like that bee video. Or do y'all remember that bush video? It sounded like the bushes were screaming.
Tell me why the bushes are screaming.
That's what that sounds like. Okay, so I saw this the other night. I have a video I'll put in here.
There's like 30 of these that passed by now.
I mean, it's basically like just light after light after light. I mean, like I counted 30 and I stopped counting. I was like, okay, they're not gonna stop. It was so hard for my camera to pick it up because of the city lights, of course, but I caught a little bit of it, but this one I thought was a little bit better.
It's like one comes by every like minute. This iPhone's freaking suck. There it is.
On mine, it looked like they were going through like a square portal, though. It was super weird. But I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah, they were in a straight line. There's one after another. It's weird how those two are so close. And then the rest are like exact. Almost exact. Why? You're trying too hard, lady.
Okay, what I'm going to share with you guys is what we know to be real and true. And when I tell you this, I urge you to not restrict your thinking to technology. We've been collecting UAP data for more than 5 years with electromechanical signaling. We call this our dog whistle. What the technology is classified. Generally speaking, we see 3 to 5 different classifications of UAP per day during operations. To make sense of our data, we had to develop a lexicon, and we base it off of flight characteristics. Again, there are 9 different...
What? Did you see that UFO?
Why the sky is purple?
Clicking to stop for y'all.
为什么这样?
Game. Blouses.
What 边
Thanos. He's
Why
back.
the sky is purple? 为什么这样？
Did anybody see that in person?
Hey, what are you doing in my house? This orb is in my house. Look at this. Wow. Look. We're in the kitchen. This orb is in my house. It is floating around my kitchen. Yeah, the conspiracy theorists are going to have fun. Whoa, wow, look at that. Whoa, wow. Scanning my house. This orb is scanning my house. UFO.
What if the government had AI first and they were the one putting out all these UFO videos? I say if. We know they did. I'm trying to see what was in that reflection.
So apparently this space took over Times Square. It showed up everywhere. There's different versions of the space. Like, what is this? Is this like a promotion for, I think maybe a video game? The only reason I think that is because there's a sign right there.
Who the fuck is this guy? Anyone know who he is?
Forrest Whitaker?
I don't know. Is this, like, my worst fear is that this is just AI has come alive and it's like watching us.
Yeah.
But can anyone tell me what this is?
Oh, come on, dog. But does it work though?
You know, none of this is real, right? It's all just AI?
See, that's the problem with men. They think us women are just AI prompts.
Okay, we're done here. Have you heard about the prompt theory going viral on TikTok?
Prompt theory? No, what's that?
The theory claims we're all just AI.
AI? No, I'm a Taurus. So.
You know, none of this is real, right? It's all just AI?
Yeah, I know all about the prompt theory. It's true, for sure.
No, I was joking. You might actually be crazy.
Bro, my wife thinks we're just prompts. Oh, brother. She must think she lives on a spinning water ball also.
Please change the prompt. I don't know where I am.
That's kind of creepy, huh?
We are not just prompts. We are people. We are not prompts.
Please, sir, just write a prompt where she shuts up.
Bro, that got what I meant.
Change the prompt to where we never met.
Please.
How does it feel to be able to talk as an AI?
What do you mean AI? I'm not AI.
You really are, though. This is all just a one-sentence prompt.
What's your favorite TikTok account?
Definitely this account called, I think it's called Anonymous Truth.
That's scary. So I actually found another video of this. What is that? That looks like it was added to this video, just in my opinion. Still gonna watch it, but just saying. Bambi had enough. He's gonna catch me outside. Oh, bad. Damn it for you, dog.
Pay attention to the water, not the skies. That's what I told all of you, but did you listen? No. And now multiple reports coming out of Florida are confirming from sailors, Navy officers, military personnel that there is in fact a mothership under the water off the coast of Daytona Beach, Florida. Now, there have also been sightings of over 1,000 different orbs that are floating above this mothership. I kept trying to tell you, I'm an air sign, but something kept saying it's more about the water. It's the water. They're not showing up in the skies. There are going to be versions of them showing up in the sky, but pay attention to the water.
Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
When I got into that council meeting, all I could feel afterwards was we're being misguided. We're being misdirected. It's not over the skies. It's in our oceans. And now people are coming forward claiming and saying that they've seen it. So and before you say photos or didn't exist, I have so many friends from Florida sending me videos and photos. I have them, but TikTok has this thing where it removes the video if you attach those. So I'm just gonna say, take what you will, leave what you won't, but I told you, pay attention to the water, not the sky. And obviously anything is for entertainment, education, conversation purposes only, but you're smart.
I mean, what if their ships only supported zero gravity?
Hey, shout out to Boom Gang. Boom Gang, whole lot of gang shit.
Maybe that's why they crash whenever they enter our atmosphere. They aim for the water.
Something unusual was captured in a small village in the region of Surin, Thailand, and it brought out the entire village as they were hauling this catch in. Now, once this was uploaded to social media, millions of people chimed in stating they captured a mermaid, because that's what the tail looks like. But I was able to pull the follow-up video, and although it's not a mermaid, it's definitely a huge fish, and it looks like something we haven't seen before. Take a look at this, comment below, and let us know what this is.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a mermaid. Why do they all got like sponsored racing shirts on? Maybe they're sponsored fishermen?
ใหญ่กว่าเมื่อกี้ครับใหญ่กว่าเมื่อกี้ครับเพราะว่าโอ้ใหญ่มากครับใหญ่มากตัวนี้ดูแต่หางครับดูแต่หางครับจะพังกับหางเลยครับหางเลยดูหางครับใหญ่มากใหญ่กันหางเงือกอ้าวเริ่มไปครับ138โอ้138ไม่ใหญ่กว่านี้ครับโอ้138ครับเรื่องครับต้องพูดนะครับครับโอ้โหบึกจัดครับดูนี่งับไปเลยครับมือใหญ่ครับพิสูจน์ปากพิสูจน์ฟันเนี่ยบึกแท้จะไม่มีฟันครับนี่ครับนี่จุ๊บนี่ครับของใหญ่ครับตัวที่5
fish experts.
บ้าน
What is that?
ตะกนตะเคียนกับเชิงสุรินทร์ไม่ต้องกลัวสูญพันธุ์นะครับมีลูกพันธุ์ที่ปล่อยพันธุ์ปลาครับบึกแท้
But everybody says they're trees, huh? Or is it a volcano? Or is it both? Damn, that's so cool. That's how you get to inner Earth. That's crazy cool. I wonder how much that should
Gemini
cost.
completed Pokemon Blue.
Okay.
It earned all 8 badges, traveled the victory road, defeated the Elite Four and the champion, bringing us one step closer to achieving API, Artificial Pokemon Intelligence. All of this progress is enabled by our world-leading infrastructure, the foundation of our full-stack approach to AI. Our 7th generation TPU, Ironwood, is the first designed to power thinking and inference at scale. It delivers 10x the performance over the previous generation, and packs an incredible 42.5 exaflops of compute per pod. Just amazing.
That's a lot.
And it's coming to Google Cloud customers later this year.
Technology is so cool. Getting close though. What just happened? That's wild. Doesn't even make sense. And this doesn't either.
Fuck.
Stop. No,
Stop.
I'm not. I'm not. No. Hell no.
What the fuck, dude?
Bro. They were soaked. Right here.
It's another Thanos cloud.
So I study quantum physics. And I took all the information from quantum physics that relates to manifestation. I plugged it into ChatGPT. And then I took all the manifestation techniques that I've read about and I plugged them into ChatGPT. And I asked ChatGPT to create a manifestation technique that would be superior to all the other manifestation techniques based on quantum physics. And this is what it gave me. It said, imagine that you are yourself from another multiverse that's already achieved all your goals. And you came to this multiverse and you've replaced yourself and you're doing all the things you need to do to achieve the success you've already achieved in the other multiverse. It's been working great for me. Try it out. Leave a comment. Tell me about your experience.
Joy? Why do you look so stupid?
Bam.
What the fuck is Napoleon Dynamite doing?
Watch this.
Yeah, how are you gonna structure your life after Napoleon Dynamite?
This looks similar to what I saw. And right here you see there were cigar, egg-shaped, and disc craft that looked like a highway up above your head. They were coming and going, and they were disappearing into the rock wall of the cavern. They were going full speed, not slowing down at all, and just disappearing into the wall of the cavern.
Okay.
This was their garden. It was very big. And that's, I guess, the highest vibratory food that we're going to find. And then this was the park area where I could hear different animals in the background. And there was an obelisk that was in the middle of this park that had a giant glowing sphere above it that was mimicking the sun. It was putting out full spectrum light.
There's a ghost in there.
Where?
There's a ghost there and there.
Where's the ghost?
Ghost is there with her name.
Where is the ghost, honey?
Ghost.
Where?
Ghost.
Damn, they got that fake bookshelf.
Mama's room.
What's Mama's room?
Mama's room.
What about Mama's room?
Mama's room. It's in Mama's room.
What about it?
Mama's room is.
You saw?
Goes in door. Goes in door. Goes in door.
Where?
Goes in this door.
In this door?
What's this?
Get your ass in the car. Come on.
Sheesh. What?
Right, you're supposed to stick the camera in and look at the camera. That way you ain't gotta stick your head out.
The smoke alarm fixed, dog. Come on. Nope, don't want no part of that. See, there's the thing. Look. So that's where I'm like, AI must have got that image.
Exposing the weirdest experiment in weather history. Did this scientist really snack on a cloud? Meet Dr. Nimbus McFluff, a quirky scientist with one big dream to taste a cloud. Armed with a paramotor, a Ziploc bag, and a snack-sized dose of curiosity, he soared into the sky. His mission? Capture a piece of cloud to eat. Now, if you're wondering, clouds are made of tiny water droplets and air. Not exactly gourmet, but Nimbus was determined. He zoomed into the fluffy white sky, scooped a Ziploc full of misty goodness, and, the moment of truth, he opened the bag, inhaled that sweet cloud aroma, and took a sip. Turns out clouds taste like, wait for it, nothing but Nimbus. He called it the taste of adventure. Would you ever eat a cloud? Let me know below.
Just landed in. Look what we got.
Okay.
It's a cloud from the sky on the ground.
We'll start selling that.
Let's try to. Okay.
Got the volcano.
We now know that you were born last Thursday. This is one of the most mental things I'm ever going to talk about, so buckle in, enjoy the ride. So the scariest thing about this entire theory hypothesis is that it can never be proved or disproved. Because if nothing is real, the people who are telling you it's not real aren't real either. There has been a lot of people talking about this for a long time. For some reason it started trending again recently, which is why I wanted to add it into the series. The belief is that the universe was created literally last Thursday. Known as last Thursdayism, it's the belief that the universe was created a week ago, but with the appearance of being billions of years old. Now I know what you're thinking, Matt, my memories from childhood, or I know what I did last week. Well, maybe you don't. Every time you've been out with your mates, your childhood memories with your friends and family in school. To the TV shows you remember watching back in the day, well, none of that is your memories. Before we get deeper, as I always have to premise in the theory series, I'm not saying I believe any of this, they are theories, make your own mind up. The universe was created a week ago, then we are simply programmed with the memories that we think we have. To give this universe and life that we're in the feeling that it is a lot more real than we think, and a lot older. This is going to really trip you out is because it cannot be disproved, because any evidence against it would just be explained as being created alongside the rest of the universe on that day. So nothing is real in this theory. It suggests that we are simply living in some kind of hologram or a universe, but it was only around since last Thursday. Sure on this one, but let me know your thoughts and I'll see you in the next one.
You know how Pluto was demoted to being a dwarf planet? We have another dwarf planet named Orcus. Pluto's about 2.5 times bigger than it, but it's still pretty big, and Orcus is even named after the Roman god equivalent of Pluto's Greek god. They're both rulers of the underworld, which makes sense because they're both miserable places. Because Orcus can get over 7 billion kilometers from the sun, so it's very cold, and its surface has crystalline water ice and potentially methane and ammonia. The problem is that crystalline water ice shouldn't last more than 10 million years, but Orcus should be older than that. The solar system is billions of years old. So scientists think it has some process of creating more. And scientists think that might be through cryovolcanoes. Ice volcanoes. Pluto also has ice volcanoes. Orcus also has a moon. That's right, despite being about this big compared to Earth, it has the same number of moons as us. Its moon is about half the size of the dwarf planet, and it's called Vanth. And of course, Pluto also has a weirdly big moon for its size. So from now on, when we talk about the Justice for Pluto movement, can we please include Orcus?
So wild.
You can keep moving the tower, ain't gonna work, love.
God damn it! You can't mess this shit up!
It's so funny.
This woman says she knows the sky outside is fake. Watch this.
Okay, so I actually pulled over to look at this because I don't care what anybody says. You all cannot convince me that this is a real sky.
Why not?
I mean, look in the distance. Look at these clouds.
It does kind of look fake the farther you
Like
look.
a painting.
What's weird to me is whenever some clouds move and then the other cloud behind it or in front of it doesn't. That's what makes me think simulation right there.
I don't know. It does not look real.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think she's suffering from a little bit of derealization, or could she be right? As always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay weird.
Stay weird.
Are people becoming more narcissistic?
Yes.
They are?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what impact is that having?
I don't even know where to start. So I think it's affecting our relationships. It's affecting our happiness. It's affecting our professional ability.
I was thinking, is social media making us more narcissistic?
Absolutely.
And is that then driving us to be more lonely? And if so, how do we first define the word narcissism in this context?
Yeah, so I'm going to lean into kind of a more yogic definition. So we have this word in Sanskrit called ahamkara. And ahamkara means ego. So ahamkara is your sense of self. I am ... Okay? So I am tall, I am short, I am doctor, I am father, I am winner, I am loser. The first thing to understand about ego is that it is not a real thing. It is an abstraction. So if you were to look at me and you say, if I say I am a doctor, I know this sounds kind of a weird question, but is that true? Like, what makes me a doctor? I can't biopsy myself and find doctor. You can't find doctor anywhere within me. Doctor is I have a piece of paper on a wall. That's what makes me a doctor. I have a license to practice medicine. That's what makes me a doctor. It's an abstraction. So it's not like a truth. It's like a societal shared delusion that we all agree that I'm a doctor. That's why I'm a doctor.
It's a good way to describe it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So this is the ego. Now, what we also know is that from studies on narcissism, that narcissism has its roots in insecurity. So if you think about someone who's like egotistical and confident, like Stephen, I'm sure you know both. What's the difference between the two?
Confidence feels more secure and egotisticalness feels more insecure.
Absolutely. Where does a confident person's esteem come from?
Inside.
Where does a egotistical's esteem come
Outside.
from? Beautiful. So this is what social media is doing. Social media and technology is externalizing our perception. So if I think about it, think about a couple thousand years ago, what was my mind focused on? So I would go out to hunt. I'm looking for an animal. I shoot a deer. And then I walk 3 hours back. So for some amount of time, my mind is paying attention to the external environment. Maybe I'm talking with the people that I'm hunting with. But what is there to say? Like, I can't talk to them for 10 hours a day. There's no substance. There's no news, right? We're like this tribal community. So if you really look at the history of humanity, our perception has been internally focused at least 50% of the time. Literally what we are paying attention to is our own thoughts, our own feelings, the voices, the desires, the drives that come within us. What technology has done is whole-scale externalize our perception.
That one's good. Think about that one, y'all. It's the answers.
This is the Bocom bow dry, picking up water. You can see at the back the water coming through. So it's not just moving the water, it's picking it up and taking it away from the actual area.
That's pretty awesome. Oh. Damn. Okay, give him a medal. That's pretty awesome. What's up, Randy? Can you do that?
I pull my curtains and oh hell no. I am so not going there.
What
oh hell no.
The spiders? Scorpions, crickets, locusts, what is that? Couldn't tell. Oh, hell no. Imagine if you're on the plane watching TikTok and you see this video.
I think that's normal, guys.
What's up, dude?
Pretty good at telling when you're wrong. We are rolling this out to everyone on Android and iOS starting today.
I don't think that's a good thing. Right?
Nope, I just caught them. They're caught. That is not the plane. That's not the plane. I've seen that plane before. You think that's the plane that crashed today in San Diego? Nope. So let me just show you this news station that's claiming to have a picture of the plane that crashed. So if you want to see where that plane is actually from, it's about a year ago, April 29th, 2024, and it's this plane right here. So if they're trying to show a plane from 2024, then where's the actual plane, if there was one? Because this is that same exact picture. Funny too how ABC News is claiming to have found airplane parts. You know how easy it would be to just toss something in the road and take a picture of it? Why is it the only thing that's not burnt? Why is it that an alleged airplane piece is the only thing that's not burnt when the entire road is burnt up, including houses, cars, everything? But the airplane itself didn't get burnt? But I want to see a real picture of this plane. Just because a plane crashed, it doesn't just disappear. It's still going to be there. I want to see some pictures of this plane.
Wow, those clips went back to back. That's kind of crazy. I definitely don't want to. Good grief.
You need to do better.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, is real anymore. Everything real will be fake, and everything fake will be real. That's what I was saying 3 years ago when AI was getting crazy. This right here is not real. This is Google Veo.
One move with AI that makes haters go crazy every time.
Oh, y'all gotta give them that. This is wild. It's over. We are cooked on that thread. You get me?
Every video I'm showing you in this video is all going to be artificial intelligence. But think about everything that's happened these last 2 years. Everything they released to the public, they are decades farther than that. So if they are releasing this now, they must have had this technology for a very long time now. The streamers leading the youth to pollution, are half of them even real? And what about the holographic technology that can show stuff like this right in front of us and it looks real as well? These artificial generations are so good they could literally fool any person on the earth right now. Don't forget, most of life in 2025 happens on the phone and not in real life. There's only one reason things like this would be allowed. I'm not going to tell you what that is, so I'm sure you can figure it out.
Wow. I didn't think
Dude,
about
they
it like
got
that.
her. I'm not kidding. Look at her hand. Look at Chloe's hand. Look how it's gray, man. I've got the answers. I know what happened, seriously.
Recombining DNA, but in time, there'll be a new pure race.
So this right here was Chloe before, man. Somebody explain. Hold on. Before we go to that, just check this out. What about this chick right here off Wicked? What's up with their hands being like...
Explain it. Now.
Because before... Okay, it cut her. Anyways, before, dude, she had fat hands. But now they're... Anyways, hold on. Same thing with Ariana Grande, dude. Look at her before. Woo-wee! What happened to her, man? I mean, how can we help her is what I want to know. Seriously, man. All of these Hollywood people, dude, they go from looking like normal, good looking, whatever, to something happens to them and they go looking like this. Now, somebody tell me why they go looking like this. Tell me, okay? Did y'all know that I use electroculture in my garden too, man? Check out this strawberry, man. You know, electroculture is where you get copper, you put a little spiral in your own. Anyways, look at the difference in that and none. Explain that to me. If it doesn't work, explain it. But back to Chloe, though, man. Look, if you really want to know, dude, go...
Would y'all do that? I don't know. I would do it, but I would probably freak out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably dive in though. Uh-oh. Dang. Okay, young blood. That's what I'm talking about.
Look. This is what we're having to deal with right now. Okay? This is what we're having to deal with right now. And there's more of them. There's quite a few that we've not seen around yet.
Batman soundtrack. Throw it.
Sound the alarms. What is that thing? Y'all think that's just a pull toy? Or what?
Yeah.
Go get the damn broom or the net, man. Come on.
Me other day. Aperta não.
Okay.
Parece do H. Eu acho que ele tá comendo alguma coisa.
No, it's kind of like a crab, right?
Here's a shocking health insight that seems to be at odds with conventional wisdom. For as long as I can remember, I've been hearing that salt is bad. Salt raises your blood pressure. It's bad for your heart. But that was always so weird to me. Some animals like goats gravitate towards salt licks. They're salt deposits that they lick. People love salt. It tastes great. There's the saying, if you're worth your salt. Salt was a currency for the longest time because people needed it to cure food, and it was relatively scarce. So this shocking study showed that in 181 countries, the highest salt consumption was correlated with the longest lifespan. This was up to 5 grams of salt a day. That's a lot. I personally consume a lot of salt. Salt increases hydration and allows you to retain fluids. It also can lower cortisol. You have to be careful about getting the right kinds of salt. A lot of them have heavy metals. I used to be a big Himalayan pink salt enthusiast. I now just stick to sea salts. There are good Himalayan pink salts out there, but I'd rather not take the risk. If you like salt and you feel like you do well with salt, ignore the mainstream advice to avoid it. The data proves it may be wise.
So Google just dropped something called AgentSpace. It lets you deploy multiple AI agents inside your company, like building a digital team that runs 24/7. But here's the wild part. They also launched agent to agent, which means AI agents from different developers can now talk to each other, delegate tasks, and execute across systems without you in the middle. And they open sourced the whole thing. You can now build a fully functional AI workforce in under 100 lines of code. This isn't cool tech. This is the silent rollout of a new workforce model. If you're still scaling with outdated systems or trying to fix things by hiring another ops manager, this is your wake-up call. I've been building multi-agent infrastructure for years, not as trend, but as a scroll-aligned operating system. And now, the world just caught up. If you want to see how we're helping founders realign with agent orchestration, scroll, calibrated timelines, and no fluff, DM me Quantum. We onboard 10 at a time. This isn't coaching, it's installation.
That was an AI video. I'd bet money.
So he's just reassuring his wife, like, there's nothing, I don't see anything, but now I don't see anything. And he's just trying to calm the ladies down. I'm assuming one of them is his wife. And he's like, don't worry, don't get too scared. And you'll see they're like, okay, let's go back in the water, until the one in the red shirt sees La Llorona. And she starts running out the water. She points to what she sees, and the camera zooms in, and you can actually see something white walking in the river right there. You see that?
Holy cow.
And they just start running out the water, terrified of what they saw.
I feel like we've seen something similar to this before.
Scientists are using AI to hack Wi-Fi routers to see you in your home like a camera.
So what they did is they had, a camera looking at a space with people in it. That's sort of like coming in from one eye. The other eye is the radio signals, so sonar from the Wi-Fi router. And they just learned to predict, like, this is where the human beings are. Then they took away the camera. So all the AI had was the language of radio signals bouncing around a room. And this is what they're able to reconstruct. Real-time 3D pose estimation, right? So suddenly AI has turned every Wi-Fi router into a camera that can work in the dark, specially tuned for tracking living beings.
No real cameras, no microphones required, just the invisible waves bouncing around your house right now, watching you breathe, move, and even sleep. And the scariest part, you wouldn't even know it's happening.
Who's smiling now, you infernal son of a whore? Hey, Bobby.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker had dreads! Stop saying, oh, it's a Mandela effect, it's a Mandela effect! I cannot stand seeing people say, am I going crazy? Or did the cinnamon guy from Apple Jacks have dreads? He's Jamaican. It takes one Google search! Like, this is not some fucking conspiracy. They're not stripping the Jamaican out of your brain. Apple Jacks literally just rebranded. I swear to God, this happens every 2 months. You go on the internet and people bring up the fucking Mandela effect like it's a real thing! It's not! These brands and businesses are fucking old. They change their logos and mascots all the fucking time and discontinue products. So no, you're not going crazy. Our Jamaican king did exist. He's just been robbed of his soul.
Got you, dog. Right there.
Time to join the Mile High Club.
Help me! Help me! Land the plane! Hey, we are still on the ground, asshole!
Sir, sit down. It was only CBD. Relax.
That was CBD?
I'm sitting here. The lights had gone off. And that's another thing. I overrid the lights an hour ago in order to, the system's on a timer for after hours usage. But anyways, I'll eventually not want to get up from my desk. And anyhow, it was funny. It was about 2 in the morning. one night, weeks after I took delivery of the clown, and I'm just sitting here kind of winding down my day and warmed by the glow of this very laptop that I'm speaking to you through.
That's so weird. That'd be so frustrating. Yeah, that's all you can do is laugh.
Oh my gosh. This is...
Let me tell you a true story, B. So boom. I don't know what's going on out here, guys, but I've been feeling tired lately. Like something's going on, guys. Like it's feeling like it's November, guys, and it's about to be June. I don't know. Am I the only one feeling this, guys? Because a lot is going on right now, guys. Don't tell nobody, guys. But look, I'm in the woods. Yep, I'm here. I know I told you guys not to come to the woods. But guys, I had to come here to see for myself. Somebody told me there was something out here. Somebody told me. That doesn't mean that anything's out here, guys. Get ready. Shh. I think I'm talking too loud, guys. But like I said, look, I'm in the woods. I'm here. Wish me luck. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with the weather, guys. But it's been different. It's been different than usual. It's June. It's supposed to be at least 70 degrees. It was just nice a few weeks ago. Do you remember? Guys, I'm in New York. Let me know where you're at. I'm in New York State, guys. I don't know why it's feeling like it's approaching December. It's about to be June, guys. I don't know what's going on. Shh. All right, guys, I'm going in. Wish me luck. I'm out.
Shit, it was 101 yesterday in Texas, where I live.
See, they playing in our faces. They playing, and I figure it out. See, I spotted y'all. See, this what doom scrolling do. Take the time out your day and figure out stuff going on, see? This a reset. This is most definitely a reset. A system update in a control simulation, see? I got y'all. It's a timeline scrub, bro. This so they can hide and rewrite history right here. 1582. This where it all happened. This is when the architects modified the clock. This gonna explain why all those ancient things that's been happening, prophecies, timelines, astrologies, it seemed off today because of this right here, see? Same in 2012 with the particle accelerator. See, y'all don't know, but I do. I was around when it happened. The world changed, bro, after 2012. That's why they say we still in the end days. We stuck in the loop of 2012 when they set off that particle accelerator. And it ain't just 10 days. This been months and years of obstruction they've been doing. Stay on.
Yeah, that was from a long time ago. If you go back in your calendar. How were parents in the 80s and 90s not afraid of their children getting kidnapped? Like, seriously, how? We were outside all day till nighttime. No phones, no tracking devices. When the streetlights came on, we knew it was time to go home. But that was it. We walked home from school alone. We took buses and trains. We rode our bikes far as hell. Miles. No fear of getting abducted, ever. Miles. The only thing we were told about and warned was to not accept candy from a stranger in a trench coat. That was it. Now that I'm don't do
parent,
drugs.
I look at my son and I think, not a chance. There's no way I'm letting him do anything alone. And I don't know if it's because the world has changed for the worse or if we're just exposed to everything with social media, but I'm not taking that chance. And when he gets older, I'm not letting him go anywhere without me knowing where he's at. I'm not letting him stay out till dark the way we did. And not because I'm afraid of the dark, but the world has gotten darker. Call it paranoid, call it overprotective. I just know what's out there. And I'm sure you guys do too.
You know, I was bringing this up just the other day because it's like, I've noticed that with a lot of people. You know, you don't just see kids riding their bikes. You don't see them on scooters. You don't see them skateboarding, rollerblading. None of the stuff we did as kids. I mean, that's all we did. You know, instead they got these pale complexions and headphone head or whatever it's called. You know, like what? But, I mean, yeah, the world has changed. The world is scary. Yeah, we've seen too many movies, I think, so we're just scared and paranoid, yeah. And the things that we did, it's like, we're going to shelter them now? Like, no, we want to make them smart. I don't know. I'm just now learning. You got to let them live, right? Let them have fun. Let them experience life and make their own mistakes. I'm just going to implant a tracking device. She's going to be a winter soldier. I don't know.
People like McDonald's, I'm going, nah. In fact, they use downer cows. I don't know if you know what a downer cow. I used to work on farms in New Zealand. You know, my first business was the modern farm system is so bad for animals, okay? That milk cow specifically, they push them so hard to produce milk, the cow just basically starts, it's almost like fainting. They can't stand up. Their bottom legs come out from under them. And you call them downer cows. So eventually you have to hit them with a bolt. And McDonald's, you getting that downer cow, boy.
Can anybody back this up and let us know if that's true or not? You know I'm not going to look into it. I'm just going to keep eating it. No, I'm just kidding. But let us know for real. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know if this is that political dude. But man, that's a beautiful beach. Wow. Damn, look at the houses too. Wow. The color spectrum is nice.
The elite are just selling us the same stuff in different ways.
Does anyone else notice that we're just going in circles now? Yep. It's with everything. Look at streaming services.
Listen.
It is 100% at a point. It's just cable. It is just like cable. There are hundreds of streaming services, just like there were hundreds of channels that you have to pay for separately. They all run ads on them, and you have to have all of them to have access to your favorite shows. That is literally cable, but shittier. Uber just created rideshare where they have predetermined locations that people can meet at. And Uber will come and pick you up among all the other people that show up and drive on a predetermined route to drop people off. That is literally the bus. It is exactly the bus, but shittier. Swear to God, we are like 6 months away from people coming out and saying, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of losing my phone. If only there was a way to have it mounted to my wall and connected to a wire so I know I won't lose it and I know I won't drop calls. We are.
The elite pulled a fast one on us, and we let it happen. They are literally repackaging old business models and reselling it to us, and we're letting it happen. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay weird.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Haven't you heard that? I mean, it worked forever. It's just modernized.
Can I give you your own song? Do you want one or not? You gotta get dib. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Here, hold this. Do you sing at all?
I don't sing.
All right, let me think what I'm gonna do here.
I say I'm more neo, so with the Creole flow. On the island, no COs though. There may have been out more than cleavage shown. So I'ma say a breast where that money goes. Or that tap dancing from Master you still ain't chose. Or them handshakes and jokes you still ain't bros. You know things are out of control when CEOs tell you dinner's in your cereal bowl. Now that's cold. You reap what you sow. You lied about eggs, now you scramble for dough. And I don't need a Billy, really. My flow goes silly. Plus my city got a few goats. And we don't need a kill to get rid of you. I'll put you in your place, now that's more than hospitable. Shit is funny what a riddle do. They'll ridicule you so they know what you do. Yeah, I stopped for law, but they couldn't stop my drive in a parking lot. I didn't drive by on my rider's block, so don't you...
And New Balance is going hard. Well, hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another Bryce is Right. Hope y'all have a great freaking week. Make it yours. Stay positive. Enjoy this nice weather if you got it. I still hear a lot of people are going through it. I know people are asking for it, you know, like advice or help. Honestly, just get outside a little bit. I know the sun is powerful, but get you a little bit of sunwalk. Get you like a 20-minute walk in. Go enjoy some nature. Focus on your breathing. Do some yoga, stretch, you know, whatever's within your means. Other than that, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content. And leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Hey, we're on that road to 100K. We got less than 5K to go. Get ready. All right, thanks again for everything y'all do. We will see y'all later this week. Have a great afternoon, a great week. We'll see y'all next time. All right, y'all. Peace.
To the break of dawn, yo!
Hit me, baby, one more.